Hello everyone, I'm Prime46 and today this is gonna be a review of an Optimus Prime figure that I found at a store in my city. So first I'm gonna show you the box. This is the box of the figure. Here it says Robomax, Transform Robots. On the side we have Transform the Robot, Awaken the Power. Yeah, that sounds kind of epic actually. Here is some art of Optimus Prime, who looks different. He kind of reminds me of Transformers 1 Optimus Prime, but way more bulky and robust. And with that sword, he looks really cool. On the back, we have some pictures of the robot and the truck form, and also instructions for the robot himself. And then we have Optimus Prime on the side. And we have this on the side which says car cra age go or something. I don't really know. But anyway, this is for the box. This is for the box, and now let's get to the toy. So here he is. This is knockoff Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. And I'm saying Age of Extinction because you'll realize later why. So he already looks pretty good, yeah, and he has this armor feature here. It's a pretty easy, it's a pretty simple gimmick. You just pull it back to reveal his face, and as you can see, the details on the face right here are pretty good. The details on the face are pretty nice, as you can see. And it looks just like Optimus Prime, but he's got red eyes for some reason. But this is obviously a knockoff. And then you can put his battle mask, I guess, on his face, so it can activate the power armor knight mode. And that's it for his gimmick. So articulation. First, the hands can go up and down. I actually tightened up those hands with some duct tape because when I originally had this Optimus Prime, they were kind of loose. So, yeah, I decided to improve him. I also improved the legs because they were kind of loose as well, and he couldn't really stand up while holding his weapon. Yes, this guy comes with a weapon, and I'm gonna show you that in a bit. So, the other arm can move just like so, up and down. The legs, they can move forward. Well, not really because they are hindered by this piece, but they can move back. So he's kind of like a Super Sentai combiner. The legs don't move at all because they cannot move. Or they can move, but they are useless for any poses. And that's it basically for his articulation. For his accessories, and this is a really good accessory, he gets this. A really, really good peak looking gun. Wow. Look at this gun. For a knockoff, this is a really good, awesome gun. It looks just like the gun he had in the movie before he equipped his knight sword and shield. And yeah, this gun looks awesome. Look at the detail. Look at look at it. It even has this space here for a trigger to be put. Yeah, this is a really good looking detailed gun. That's one hell of a gun. He's the boss of the Autobots, of course. He needs a gun like that. It's a really big gun. Yeah, the gun is up to his knee, and that's the type of gun that a prime like him needs. So you just put it into his arm just like so, and it goes there perfectly. And now he can point it to the Decepticons, and he can go pew pew bang bang. Yeah, so that's for this gun. It's a really good looking gun. And this figure is really good. Not just because of the gun, but because of the way it looks. Look at that. And this is the front of the gun. And he can, and yeah, that's really cool. And he can say, "We are not your technology. They were my friends." Yeah, that's a reference to the moment of the Transformers 4 movie where they met that science guy and he was really rude to them. So Prime got really angry and he broke some stuff in the laboratory. I think I must watch the movie again to remind myself of what actually happened in that science lab when Optimus Prime and the Autobots attacked the lab. Yeah, that was a pretty epic moment. They killed Autobot there. But anyway, enough about the movie. Time to uh, transform this knockoff Optimus Prime. So first, remove the awesome peak looking weapon. It's really awesome. Just remove it. Come on. This is hard to move, but anyway, the plastic on this is pretty sturdy. Yeah. So to transform it, first you have to move those back pieces aside and then grab here, pull it up like so, and then take the legs, pull them up as well. As you can see, there are little knobs right over here, and there are holes in his legs so they can tap together just like so, and then tap the other leg in just like that. And then now we have the downside of the truck. Next, the truck will the next the truck next the head the arms are gonna combine together just like so, and then uh now if they combine together correctly, yes, they did it, we will have the back of the truck. We also have to tap them again because the leg just untapped for no reason. And yeah, and yes, that's basically it for the transformation. And this is the truck mode. Well, as far as I can say, the truck mode is kind of anticlimactic. Yeah, but it still has those cool flames like it does in the Michael Bay movie. And the grill piece actually looks pretty cool. Pretty nice details there, but everything else is just left unpainted. Maybe I'll have to get a permanent marker, a permanent black marker to paint those windows. Yeah, or maybe some black spray paint to do that. But maybe I'll do that later. Yeah, and this is the truck mode. He roll? Yes, he does roll. He does roll pretty nicely. Yeah. Now let's transform him to show you some size comparison. Humans have asked us to play by the rules. Well, the rules have just changed. Yeah, that was a really cool phrase from the movie. Anyway, let's give him his gun and let's do the size comparison. So, yeah, let's put on the mask as well. Now, let's let's see some size comparisons. First, let's compare him to a recent, I mean, the most latest deluxe figure. Here it is. I mean, latest basic deluxe figure. This is Scrapper from Transformers Generations, I think. Yeah, this is Scrapper, Transformers Generations Studio Series 86. This is Scrapper. As you can see, he's leaning into this Optimus Prime is leaning into Voyager size territory over here. So that's uh how he stands next to a regular deluxe. Next, let's see him against knockoff Starscream, which I painted in silver to make him more Bayverse accurate. And he looks pretty good next to him. That's a really good scale right there, don't you think? I mean, that kind of scale would be good for Optimus Prime and Starscream. That kind of scale is pretty nice for them. Next up, let's let's compare him to his nemesis, Megatron. Yeah, and basically Megatron is taller than him, but that's just because Megatron is that's just because my Megatron is he's a Euro Park model. So yeah, this is Megatron. I customized him a little bit. I added some battle damage to him on his arms. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. Though I think I might have to put a Decepticon insignia right here and put some more battle damage on him somehow, but maybe I'll do that in the future when I have a complete idea of what that custom look would look like. But for now, the only customization on him is this. His eyes are painted red. Yeah. Just so he can look more like Megatron himself and not like D16. Yeah. They can be put against each other so they can fight. Yeah. And they look really good against each other, don't they? And now they can all be like, Megatron, one shall stand, one shall fall. Optimus Prime, I'm gonna crush you with my bare hands. But first, why do you risk your life so recklessly? That's a question you ask yourself, Megatron. Now I'm gonna shoot you with my big gun. Ah! Yeah, that's basically their fight. Anyway, but we're still not done for this size comparison. I guess his armor fell over there, but whatever. Anyway, next size comparison will be knockoff. Just let me set them up right. There we go. Here is knockoff Drift. And that Drift knockoff looks awesome. I'll show you him in another review. So as you can see, this really good looking Drift looks good next to this Optimus Prime. Yeah, now you can imagine them side to side fighting Decepticons or just KSI drones, and they look good side to side. They just put Optimus Prime's gun up a bit, put them there so they can fit the camera, and there we go. Now we can have our little battle scene. Yeah, and that's it basically for this size comparison time. So yeah, and that is my review of this Transformers knockoff Optimus Prime. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of him? Do you think he's good or do you think he's not good? I personally think he's a pretty good figure. If you want a replacement, and so basically, if you want to have a figure of Transformers 4 Optimus Prime, but you don't want to pay too much money, and you just want a good looking figure, I gotta say, this is your guy because he is awesome. He even has a battle mask that is removable. He has a really good looking gun. What more could you want from him? I mean, you could want more articulation, but hey, he's still pretty awesome. So, will he work as a replacement for your Transformers 4 Optimus Prime? Absolutely, he will work. He just needs some repainting and tightening of his joints, and then he'll be perfect. So, yeah, I I would rate this Optimus Prime 8 out of 10, just because of the low articulation possibilities and the loose joints I had to fix. Otherwise, he would have had a 10, because this figure is awesome. Alright, that's it. That was my review of this Optimus Prime figure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my other awesome videos and stop motions I have made. And that was it. I'm Power 46, and goodbye.